Well, hello out there in Maya TV land. I am one of your hosts, Nina Childs, and I am sitting here today with a wonderful, wonderful guest. We have here today a motivational speaker, a philanthropist, a producer, and a sometimes actress, Miss Shannan Kash. Shannan,
Hi.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I don't know, words twist up. I'm like, what is the word? It's
Philanthropist.
philanthropist.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Don't try this at home, okay? Because the words will leave you. Now, I always like to start with you, just kind of giving us some of your background, where you're from, and how you kind of got on your road. Where are you from exactly?
I am from Inland Empire, so it's a quaint area about an hour from Los Angeles. I'm currently living in Eastvale, California.
Oh.
Yes, that's where I'm living right now.
Oh, Eastvale, like San Francisco area.
No. It's San Francisco's up north, so Eastvale is like an hour outside of Los Angeles.
Oh, I thought you said Vallejo.
No.
So my mouth and my ears aren't working today, guys.
Yeah.
So please bear with me. All right. So Inland Empire, i.e. San Bernardino, that area.
Yes.
For those of us that are from LA, we're familiar with it. Now, I always like to talk to people about how they got their start, because it's so, to me, interesting how people get involved with various things that they're involved in. So as far as motivational speaking, how did you get started on that road?
Well, I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. It's always been a passion of mine.
Really?
It's just now that I am in a space where I can, because I no longer have to raise a daughter, because I had my daughter when I was 17. So now I don't have anything holding me back. So now I'm full throttle in my goals, my passions, and things I want to accomplish. But I got out of depression, a very, very deep, dark depression, for 2.5 years. So when I got out of that, when I fought my way out of that, I decided to do everything that I wanted to do, because I only have one life.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
very, very true. You only have one life. And wow, I think that is really deep that you would, be so open to share the fact that you were, dealing with depression. How did you get out of that, if you don't mind sharing? 'Cause I think a lot of people deal with that.
A lot of people do, and that's the whole concept of what the Kobe Bryant basketball is about. Kobe Bryant is my favorite person and athlete, and it's what you could do with God on your side and the Mamba mentality. Nothing is impossible. He's stamped on my arm right here. May he rest in peace. The marathon will continue. I always give the analogy, because a lot of people don't understand what it feels like to be in depression. You can never tell somebody, oh, it's going to be okay, because it's just a box. So that movie, Kill Bill, if you've seen that movie, when she was buried alive, remember how she had to
punch her way through, yeah.
And then it flashed back to how she learned that. She had to go through all those battles and what, her hands
splintering and bleeding.
But that moment that she went through, all that heartache, all that pain, what life gives you, she learned from that. And at that moment where she had to fight for her life, she remembered that training. And that's how I fought out of depression.
Wow, just thinking back on all the other things that you had gone through and how you survived this, and you kind of had to pull yourself up and out. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So we talked about how you fell into motivational speaking, and it's a very personal journey. Now, being a producer and putting up shows, let's talk about that, because how I met you online through comedian Jay Mary, who we interviewed earlier, was just through doing your comedy shows. Right. And I know that you do those not only here in California, but you do them all over New York, in different countries. I know you're doing one in Thailand with Tori Hart. What does it take to put together a show out of the city, out of the state, out of the country?
Collaboration. And shout out to Jay Murray, Maroc Entertainment. We're going to be doing something in October. It's a benefit concert, as well as a comedy show special that will be aired on a streaming network associated with Revolt TV. 10% of the proceeds is going to go towards the Boys and Girls Club and then my uncle's organization. That said, how I'm able to do that, Nina, is with the collaboration of men. And that's one of the things that one of my goals and my passion is to show how men and women can work together, and the power of businessmen and businesswomen getting together and them not being intimidated by a woman's strength and success, and in a very feminine manner, obviously. But when we learn to work together, nothing is impossible for us to achieve. And I'm being introduced to a lot of businessmen that don't have time to do a lot of the things, and they're wanting to highlight business women. They're wanting to just show the power of collaboration. And that's how I'm able to do a show in Bangkok, Thailand. Detroit, May 28th. April 23rd will be in New York and Comedy in Harlem. That's Jordan Rock is going to be on the show, which is Tony and Chris's brother. He's actually on the basketball too. And Gerald Kelly and little Hunter Kelly. Hunter is the first person. He's 11 years old.
I saw him on the flyer. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the two youngest of comedy families. One of their Hunter's oldest brother is Isaiah. He's touring right now. So Hunter and Jordan have never met. So this is the first time they're going to be on stage together. So I'm calling it the Legacy Show, because these are two major comedy families. And their two youngest are now on stage together, passing on the legacy of the Rock and the Kelly family.
Well, that's awesome. I hope that the elders show up and support the kids.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Gerald Kelly is actually his dad, so he's headlining.
Oh, nice. So Gerald will be there. And we can count on that. That's pretty dope, but I'm sure there's a lot of logistics involved with these things, like getting venues and things of that nature. Right. I mean, what was that like putting together the show for Thailand? Did you have to go out there first, or has it all been done over the phone?
I did not. So I started researching clubs in that area, because in Thailand, and Bangkok, Thailand specifically, that's where the show's going to be on June 14th. There's a lot of Black expats out there, a lot of them. And the logistics to get comedians out there and so on and so forth is very challenging.
Mm-hmm. Okay, imagine like visas and things of that nature.
Right. Actually, we don't need a visa to go to Bangkok, Thailand from the U.S. Yeah.
Okay.
So just the money to get comedians out there and so on and so forth. So a lot of producers aren't doing that. But I figured out a way to make that happen.
Yeah, and she's like, and that's the secret that's in the sauce, okay?
Yes, the game's to be sold, not to be told.
Okay, always. But yeah, no, I thought that was really interesting. I'm like, wow, Bangkok, Thailand, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. That's
going to be an experience, and Thailand's a great place to go and visit.
I can't wait. I've never been. I've traveled all around the world, but I can't wait to go to Bangkok.
That's going to be a good time. Yeah. Hopefully I can go. We'll see where I'm at.
Well, I have the travel package ready to go.
Oh, well, there we go. You know what? Let's talk about that later.
Yes, we will.
Because I would love to go. So with all of your hyphenates, right? I always like to ask people, because you do your philanthropic efforts, you're producing, you're doing your motivational speaking. What is your favorite thing to do of all the things that you do?
Seeing people win, which is all encompassing of what I'm doing. Motivational speaking, seeing people listen to words that I speak, and it motivates them to be the best version of themselves, because that was Kobe's whole philosophy. Just figuring out what you're passionate about and going out and being the best at it. So I've added in figuring out what you're passionate about, be the best at it, now figure out a way to monetize that. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm coming in. And I plan on passing on his legacy and doing it that way. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that's really dope. Mm-hmm. He was good at everything he did. He has an Oscar. He's like one of the best basketball players of all time. It's like it seemed like everything he put his hand to would kind of turn to gold.
Yes, that's the whole mama mentality. So when you have God on your side and the mama mentality, the work ethic behind that, nothing is impossible. Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty dope. So seeing people win.
Yes.
I do like to ask cerebral questions too, like about things that may not be happening right now, but you would like to see materialize in your life, like dream collaborations. Like what's something that maybe is not in the works yet, but you would love to see happen in the near future? Yes,
I just posted it on my TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. So I plan on booking out the Madison Square Garden as a motivational speaker. And Eric Thomas, which is my favorite motivational speaker of all time, he's going to bring me out on stage and introduce me. And I'm going to book out the Madison Square Garden. And then Sean Carter, Jay-Z, is going to be in the audience. And he's going to be there cheering me on, and he's going to be my mentor.
I love that. Yeah. Did you have that ready? Like you have thought about this?
Yeah. Oh, you have visualized I have this. Even one for this one too. I have.
Well, what about for this?
Well, I'm going to be a billionaire philanthropist by August 24, 2028, counted to the date, through God's grace and protection. And what I'm going to do, there's a lot of celebrities on this ball. Even my nail lady. I always talk about my nail lady. Her name's Judy.
Don't we love our nail ladies?
Yes. She's the best nail lady that I've ever had in 46 years.
Very special relationship.
Yes. So she's even on the basketballs, because the whole concept is just figure it out when you're passionate about, be the best at it. But what's going to happen is, when I hit the status of billionaire status by August 24th, 2028, which is Kobe Day, I'm going to make sure Vanessa gets these balls and all the balls that I collect. And then she's going to put them in Kobe Bryant's trophy case next to him to show what you could do with God on your side and Mamba mentality.
And the Mamba mentality.
Legacy lives on because he never hit billionaire status. He was taken from us way too soon.
But he was on his way.
He was definitely on his way, and I'm going to finish that.
Finish that work.
I am.
So have you read any of Kobe's books?
I mean, yeah, but I live and breathe his philosophy. I mean, I live and breathe his mentality. I mean, I'm here less than a year. I'm throwing a show in Bangkok. Things that I live and breathe his mentality. Like it's in me. Have I read the books? Yes. Yes, absolutely. But it's in me. It's in you. It's in me.
That whole legacy of greatness.
Yeah.
You know, they just gave his daughter
honorary scholarship, right?
No, an honorary jersey at UConn.
Okay, yeah, because
she wants to go there. She would have been a freshman this year.
Yeah, and yeah, may she rest in peace, Gigi as well, and Gigi is number 2. So all of that, August 24, 2028, encompasses both of them together because I feel as though those two were so close. I'm not going to get to crying, but those two were so close. I feel like God wasn't going to let
the other.
No, I think it would have led both of them down a path of something that wasn't supposed to be. And I feel like it was such a tragic thing, Vanessa, that you had to go through a loss of two of your most important people. But I feel like God knew that one without the other wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, that's
what
I've heard that before.
Heart.
I've heard that before, yeah. That's deep. And now, what are you working on now? Because I know you got the show in Bangkok. I know you've got your different nonprofits and things that you're doing. You got shows coming up. What are you working on right now?
Just, getting the April 23rd show, starting in May on the 28th of May at One Mic in Detroit. I'm flying in all Detroit cast. Detroit, we're coming home. It's going to be streamed on a network that I'm associated with that's now going to be with Revolt TV. So you'll be able to watch it all around the world starting on May 28th. And then also I was told, I was asked, somebody mentioned me in a room with an app called Where We All Meet. And it's been 15 years in the making, and it will be launching in 90 days. And that app is...
Yeah, let's talk about the app. Can we talk about the app?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's called Where We All Meet. So is it a dating app or...
It is everything. It's called Where We All Meet for that reason. It's a dating app. It's an event space where you can get discounts on events. It's a VIP Connect. It also is a FaceTime that's encrypted. So if you have a certain status, you can only connect with other CEOs and movers and shakers and other celebrities. You can't screenshot. You can't record it. They even, Nina, this app, they even have it where if you have a certain, the app is free to join, right? But you have levels of memberships. So they even have a level of membership that comes with 3 therapist sessions a month.
Really?
Yes, it's called Where We All Meet. And you can post content and you can do all these things and you get your members. There's no likes. There's no nothing. It's just a network full of people.
No likes. I love that. The freedom of that.
Yes. The app is, and they're even giving people an opportunity to get in the app space and become an entrepreneur. It's called the WAM Ambassador Program. Wow. So once the app is launched and everything is going, you bring members aboard that are members of your network, and you will get a percentage of the app.
What?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be a part of your network. Tag me
yes.
in.
I'm an elite member, and I will be a VIP Connect. So if you want to meet, let's use Dave Chappelle for an example. I plan on getting him on this basketball one day. But let's say you really want to connect with Dave Chappelle. You have to come through me to get to Dave Chappelle.
Right. Once he's one of your connections.
Yes.
And then you can easily say, hey, on the app.
Yes.
You can introduce people and do things like that? What?
It's called Where We All Meet. The app, I'm not going to mention the name of the big organization, but they're actually trying to stop this app from launching because it's...
Oh, they feel like they're going to lose people.
Absolutely, they are.
Oh, well, they're going to lose me. I feel like I know who you're talking about, and they're going to definitely lose me.
They're going to lose a lot of people. Because you can even, there's, let's say, Nina, you're traveling to Bangkok, right? Let's use Bangkok. And you have a favorite comedian that you just love. And you fly there. and you're a part of their membership or their network that they have, and you didn't know that they were there. When you fly to Bangkok, you're going to get a notification that says your favorite comedian is actually performing that night or something.
Or like somewhere here where you are.
Yes, it's geotagged. The app.
So if you live in LA like we do, it's about to be up.
Yes, and you'll get special discounts at events, and then the event spaces, it's cruises. It's called Where We All Meet for a reason.
Oh wow!
And it's a dating app as well.
Oh, yeah. And it's launching in 9 days, guys.
90 days.
90 days. I thought it was 9.
Days.
So it's 9. So
yes.
That's wrong with me, guys. Bear with me, but be on the lookout for that. Where we all meet.
I'm telling you guys, it's gonna change the way social media is done. I promise you that.
That's really exciting. All right, and now, so that's what's up immediately next, right? Let the people know, where can we find you? Because you got so many great things going on. Where can we find you if we're looking for you in the social media space?
So my Instagram is Miss Kash _ the only one. My Facebook page is Shannan Kash with a K. Facebook wouldn't let me have my real last name. I tried. And then my TikTok is Miss Kash Baby.
Okay, so we know where we can find you.
Yes.
And now let's talk more about this thing with men and women, because I follow you on social media, and I think that it's funny. A lot of your posts, I see you getting in back and forth with men online. Isn't that so funny? No. I think it's great though, because I think that's a big problem.
Well, I call them knuckle draggers, Neanderthals. That's what I call them.
Yeah, that's what they. I mean, what is it? What do you think it is? Is something about a woman that is intimidating?
I don't know. I don't know, and I would love to go on a podcast boys.
Like
tour.
One of the Fresh and Meaties, one of those.
Yes,
like,
I so want to just when I eventually do go on those shows, the first thing I'm gonna do is give them a big old hug, because I don't think that they're getting any love from women.
And that's where a lot of the angry, attitudes and bitterness.
Well, yeah, Wood Harris posted a stat. He said single men 35 plus. On average. Now, this is on average. Some people are more,
I love Wood Harris, by the way. Shout out Wood Harris.
Yes, shout out to him. He's one of my favorite actors, actually.
He's one of my favorites.
From Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Attitude Reflects Leadership.
Yep. So many other films.
Yeah. And he said that single men 35 plus, on average, they only have sex once a year. Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe if the Neanderthal knuckle draggers, maybe if they changed their mindset a little bit, maybe they would
be having more sex.
Be having more sex and getting more love from women. Because you can't put me in a box. I'm a businesswoman. I can play basketball. I could do this. I could do all of that. Right? The only thing I can't do is dunk yet.
Oh, you're working on that?
But I cook. I'm a nurturer. I'm a cheerleader. All these phenomenal things that women bring to the table. And I know how to take care of a man. I know how to nurture a man, uplift a man, be there, his comforter, his protector, and all that stuff, protector of his emotions.
But you'll get villainized for that nowadays.
Yeah, yes, I do.
Thing. Yeah.
We do. We do. However, if a man's not receiving that, he needs to take a look in the mirror and realize why. Because it's a woman's DNA to be a nurturer. It's in our DNA. So if a woman is not doing that, he needs to take a good hard look in the mirror and figure out why.
Why that is, instead of just jumping to that immediate conclusion of, all the women today are just so masculine.
Right.
It's like if you're putting a woman in masculine energy, says something about what you're bringing to the table if you're in a relationship with a masculine energy woman. I'm sorry.
And there's nothing wrong with being masculine. It's just knowing when to be masculine and when to be feminine and understanding the duality, because men and women can have masculine and feminine traits. It's just a duality. Very true. So it's okay to be masculine in business setting when it comes to men and women, but also be feminine with your man and understanding that he's the leader. But where is he leading me to?
Where is he leading me to?
I don't know.
That's
Unless
the thing.
He's leading me to a billionaire philanthropist by August 24th, 2028.
And I love that you have that date.
Count it to the date.
I love that.
Through God's grace and protection.
Through God's grace and protection. Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a really fun interview. Thank you guys out there in Maeya TV land for rocking with us. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we have a few more interviews today. And make sure you guys go and follow Shannan across her social media. She's doing some really big things. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, girl.